Guys, Ryan here with another video, and today I'll be comparing my upgrade from this e-bike to this e-bike. I hope you guys enjoy. So to start off with my first e-bike, it is the Hyper E-Ride base model e-bike. It has a 36 volt 7.8 amp hour battery, which honestly isn't that great. It gets you around 20 miles an hour with the 250 watt motor on pedal assist only. It is a cadence sensor, but these magnets are horrible. They take like, I'd say at least 10 rotations to realize that you're pedaling for it to kick in. The battery life is great. That's one of the only pros I have about this bike. Maybe it'll go like 4 hours on a charge, going 20 miles an hour. But I mean, it's really bad with the cadence sensor not working. You'll get stuck on a hill and it'll just shut off on its own. But yeah, the battery is great. It's got these nice tires. I think they're 26 inches or 28. I haven't had a flat so far. I've had this bike for 2 years now. I don't use it anymore ever since I upgraded it, so I just have it sitting here. The motor did blow out on me, so it doesn't really work anymore. Sometimes it does. I don't know why. So compared to the new e-bike that I got recently, the Movcan v60, I mean, this thing compared to this, it's like 100 times better. It has a huge battery. The motor is 1,000 watts, 4 times the power of this thing. It goes 30 miles an hour. It has throttle and pedal assist, unlike the old Hyper E-Ride, which only has pedal assist cadence sensing. This thing has a huge seat, and it is very soft. This has a horrible seat, which I upgraded with a memory foam cover. It's got 20 by 4 inch tires compared to the 26 inch by, I think, either 1.5 or 2 inch. I'm not sure. This bright headlight, this thing is great. This doesn't have a headlight. It's got an LCD screen, unlike this, which only has a 3-button menu setting changer. The brakes on this one are horrible. Like, look at how soft. The right brakes, which is the back brake, is pretty good, but the front brake just completely wore down. It doesn't work anymore. These brakes are amazing, just the perfect amount of pressure on both. They are mechanical disc brakes, not hydraulic, but that's all right. These are not disc brakes, actually, and they are mechanical. Look, they have these pads that glide along the edge of the wheel. I don't like this at all because it causes squeaky brakes, stuff like that. They're both spoke. I wish this was mag wheels instead of spokes, because there's less of a chance for them to get like damaged. But the spokes are much lighter, so it does help out the motor some good bit. Other than that, we have the brake lights, or tail lights, I should say, which have brake lights and turn signals. Unlike this bike that only has a small reflector that's covered by this dangly thing. I did remove the front reflector because it got in the way of my phone holder that I put right here. This thing has space for it all. I've got my new bigger phone holder. It fits the screen, it fits a throttle, it fits these huge handles with the menu setting. The Movcan V60 has dual suspension with a rear spring for your comfort. This has adjustable seat height, which, sometimes is useful, but I mean, this is perfect for my height. I'm like 5'7". This is rated for 5'5" to 6'2", I think. So I'm kind of perfect where I just touch the floor when I get on this bike. So here, let me show you guys. So see how I'm kind of on my tippy toes, but I can stand flat-footed. So this bike is kind of perfect for my height. It's got a nice body, unlike this. This is some low-quality welding, as you can see here. You know, very bad welding job. Over here, the welding's actually perfect. It's all even. It's not, you know, displaced like this welding is. You see how there's a bunch of uneven blobs of welding metal. So yeah, this thing definitely has higher quality build. So here's what I would say. If you guys have a bike like this, it doesn't have to be the same company. You should definitely upgrade. We paid $400 for this thing. We paid $750 for this with our discount code that we found on the website. I'm not sure if it still works, but if it does, I'll put it down in the description. For $350 more, you get a bigger battery that has more amp hours and a higher voltage, which is 48 volt, I think 18 amp hour battery. You get 4 times the power with a 1000 watt rear hub motor that is brushless, that peaks at 1500. This does 250 watts, that peaks at 350 watts. So it is also brushless, but it's a not good motor at all. It has dual suspension, unlike the single suspension that bottoms out instantly on this bike. I have taken this thing on trails. It is not good for trails. I mean, you could do light trails, but no like MTB, you know, hill climb, stuff like that. The one thing I do like about this bike more than the Movcan v60 is the chain. It doesn't drop as low to the ground. Now that is because these tires are bigger, so or I would say like have a larger diameter and radius. So the chain isn't actually that low to the ground, unlike this. So like you could snag on a branch. But that's not really a problem with the pedals in the way. So that's the only thing that this has better over this. So yeah, I mean, I'm telling you guys, you should definitely upgrade. This was the best purchase I've ever made. It's street legal. It comes with a license plate bracket that you can put under this tail light. You just screw it on right there and right there. Here, I actually have it so I can show you guys the bracket. I'm currently not using it, but I do plan on using it. So here's the bracket. So you just put it like that. You unscrew the nut on both sides. You put the nut through these holes and you place it like this. So your license plate sits under your brake light. And what's good about this is there is a special light under the brake light to shine your license plate so everyone can see it. You know, limits, you know, the risk of you getting pulled over for, you know, a bad looking license plate. So yeah, back to what I was saying. It's $350 more expensive for the sale I got it on, and I would pay, I think, $1,000 more than the 400. I would pay $1,500 for this bike. It's really high quality build, comfortable seating, good safety precautions with the brake lights and the turn signals, huge motor, great disc brakes, huge headlight. This thing is perfect. I mean, I don't know how to stress it enough that if you have a bike like this and you want more power, but you don't want these huge electric dirt bikes like a Suron or a Talaria, this is the perfect middle. You can like get a bigger battery, get a bigger motor, get this thing to 40, 50 miles an hour, and you'd still have that extra $2,000 that you would spend on a Suron or like a Talaria or an E-Ride on something that honestly looks better. This thing looks great. Better than a Suron. I mean, honestly, if I could, I would get a Suron, but I wouldn't throw this away. I would keep this and get a Suron on top of it. But you never know. I might get one soon. So that's my opinion. I think you guys should ditch this bike if you have it, because this thing is horrible. You should definitely get something like this. Now, I'm not specifically saying this company. There's other companies like Tamo Bike and Ridstar. They have great bikes, but I chose this one because I like the features of it the most. But they're all very similar. When you're comparing this to like a Ridstar Q20 or like an Uxie V8, stuff like that, they're very similar to each other. But I like the higher wattage on this bike and the better braking power that it has. So definitely, if you guys are able to save up that money, ditch this thing, throw it in the garbage, give it to someone that could use it more than you can, and get yourself a nice, bigger bike, higher quality. You guys won't regret it, I promise you, because this is no bueno. This is good. So, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Please leave a like and comment what other videos you guys want me to do next. Bye.